She doesn't even go here!
I'm bi, actually.
Excuse me. Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Hi, I'm Kurt Homo, and I'll be auditioning for the role of kicker.
Hello! Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Not So Straight Nerds. I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm your host, Alicia.
And today, we are talking Toy Story 5.
Yay.
The latest Pixar movie. It came out this weekend at the time of recording. And unlike usual, we are recording this at night right after having watched the movie.
Literally, like, we got out of it like 20 minutes ago. I'm about to go to Disneyland, of all places.
Because you said I need to talk to who is in charge.
I need to talk to Mr. Woody, okay? Thank you. Wait, what
I'm
would
looking
be...
for Mr.
Woodson?
Toy Story.
No, I want, like, a full name, because that was a gag in this movie, was... Mr. Woodson? I don't know.
Woodland?
Woodland? Anyways, yeah, so we're getting this in for you guys. So next week's gonna look a little bare, but it's okay. I'm getting all the info for Disney. I'm getting the insider secrets. All right, Toy Story Media. Little, I'm like, guys, I just watched your movie. Anyways, sorry. So yeah, you'll notice it's dark, and we won't have as much information about the movie. Maybe not even as cohesive. I don't know. We've never
done this
before.
in the hottest of seconds.
Yeah.
Even because we used to film a couple of TV show episodes right after having watched them back, like Daredevil, Born Again Season 1, Last of Us. And that was pretty off the cuff because we'd watch that, come over here, and then film. So, we'll see. Let us know if we seem more fun or zany, or if this is a train wreck. Let us know. We can take criticism.
Yeah. Anyways. So I think it's safe to say the vibes are good.
Yes.
Let's talk about. Well, first off, obviously there will be a spoiler warning for this entire franchise.
Yes.
But speaking of entire franchise, I want to ask, what has been your experience with this franchise? Like, kind of how early did you watch this? Was it a part of your childhood? You know, like, what was that relationship like kind of growing up?
For sure.
Sure. And then watching the new ones, and I don't know, rewatching all the things. How was your experience with the franchise?
Surely. So, yeah. I had a toy Woody growing up. Loved that thing.
Yeah.
1 and 2 were, I don't know if I'd necessarily say staples, but I would say as impactful in my childhood as the average kid growing up in the 2000s. Cat's going crazy.
And he stunk up this room again. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine.
But
moving on.
Yeah. Loved them as a kid. I will say, unlike other Pixar movies, I haven't really consistently watched them as I've grown up.
Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe of all of the movies, these are the ones I have kept up with the least.
Interesting.
But I watched 3 in theaters when I was a little bit older.
Yeah.
I think that was 2012, so I would have been around 11 or 12 that year. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2010, so it would have been 10 or 9 that year. So still super impactful and crazy emotional. But then I did not see Toy Story 4 in theaters, and I actually didn't see it until Disney Plus launched, and then maybe a year into that. It took me a while to get to 4. And I will say, when I had first watched 4, I was aggressively not impressed.
Yeah, I also feel like I had a similar experience. I definitely grew up with it. I remember Disney's always been a really big part of my entire family, but specifically, my mom and my grandparents are really, really into Disney.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents had money, and I was the only grandkid. So I got to go to Disney a few times growing up, which I was very lucky to be in that position. But needless to say, I also loved Disney. I dressed up as Jessie for, one of the park days and one of the trips that I took, and probably for Halloween too. Yeah. I always loved Toy Story. Except I don't really honestly remember my experience with 4. Like in theaters, I know I saw it in theaters, and same with number 3. I remember number 3 like sobbing like I've never sobbed before. It's crazy. Like one of the hardest cries I've ever had. I think I said that in my letterbox caption, was like, this is probably top 3 like cries. Ooh, except I left out the Iron Claw. I need to go back and edit
Iron
that.
Claw's up there.
No, I think I put which is just fine anyways. I put Dead Poet Society was 1, very much so. But I put Where the Red Fern Grows, which is valid, except that was for the book. So I think I should go ahead and replace that with Iron Claw. Anyways, we love movies that make me cry. And then 4, I don't remember the experience of watching it, but I do remember really disliking Forky. I found him really annoying. Wait. If you're like, you're a hater, let's wait now. I've rewatched it, okay?
If you're waiting for the Forky love, stay in line.
Stay in line. I don't know if I'd go as far to say love, but anyways.
No, don't worry. I'll start talking.
Yeah,
at some
it's
point.
okay. It progressed. We'll get there. But I don't remember like hating it. I just remember it was just not what the original trilogy was. Like it was fine. And when rewatching, I was seeing other people rewatch in their recent reviews, and one of them was saying, in terms of Toy Story standards, this is okay. In terms of like general animated features, like this is great. And I don't know if I would say great, but I do see it. Like this franchise is just so great. It's kind of like I think of How to Train Your Dragon, although I think that's not quite as amazing of a trilogy.
I mean, I would say like that's probably DreamWorks' comparison that, or like Shrek.
Yeah. But I don't know. Then I looked and I gave it 2 stars on Letterboxd. I was like, okay, well I didn't like it then. But rewatching. First of all, the first one just immediately makes you so happy. I feel like it gives you a burst of serotonin. I don't know. It's just so nostalgic. And no, the animation is not what it is today, but I feel like it's one of those you could see, like, this is actually pretty good for its time. And it is kind of funny looking back. People have pointed out that all the kids at the birthday party have the same face, and it's just things you can laugh at. Yeah,
nightmarish.
Like, it's just, but I think it's something that, yes, it's not what it is now, but it's still kind of funny to look back on.
Yeah, if I might bounce off of you as we go through the rewatch, because we did rewatch all of these together
this week,
which we haven't always been able to do with some of the movies that we've covered, but I've loved it.
Yeah.
Gosh, the story, the design, and the characters, so good.
Yeah, like you could see why this became as big as it did.
Absolutely. I will say this first one is the only really one of the 5, I think, where it's less a movie about the impact of toys and more so a story about characters that are toys. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Very much so.
I think it starts really strong and introduces really cool and compelling characters and a very great idea. And then as the animation grows, I think with 2, they really found a great way to pivot.
Yeah, I agree. They found a great way to have this grow. Like, I think the first one is great. There's nothing against what they do, but to turn it into a franchise, I think they found a really good outlet. Yeah, I totally agree. That's a good way to put it. Here's number 2.
Yeah.
Some people are haters of number 2, because it's not like I have a family member. I won't even shout him out in case, just in case in the future. However, looking at my cat, sorry. He's a hater of Jessie, and that reeks of misogyny to me. But anyways, even if it isn't, sorry if you listen to this, it does anyways, and I would say that to your face anyways. But he's not the only one. I have seen comments on social media of people who agree, and I think that's a shame, because I think she. Well, first of all, I don't find her annoying. I just find her fun. And also, if we're gonna talk about a sheriff that's annoying, that's Woody from the first movie. Okay, that guy was crazy in the first movie. Now I love him, okay, but he was crazy in that first movie. He let his insecurities get the best of him, and he grew from that. Let Jessie have her moment to do the same. Thank you. Case closed. And then there's people that say, like, pretty firmly that this is like the best one of the franchise, and I could see why they say that. I don't agree, but we'll get there. But I think it is partially just because I feel like, similarly to like the Spider-Man movies and things where there's like different versions, you like latch onto one and it's just like your baby. That's me with Toy Story 3, and we'll get there.
Yes.
But Toy Story 2 is really, really, really good. The animation is already much better, and it's only like 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah, around
Like
that.
I think, 1995 or 6, and then 99. Anyways, not crazy. Not much crazy later. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, Toy Story 2 had the most growth for me on a rewatch.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see how really, maybe even impactful is the right word, this movie was. Because those green aliens were straight up the foundation for what Minions became.
Yes, absolutely.
They rip on Star Wars a lot, which is really fun. It's just really fun. I think it really levels up from what they lay a foundation with the first one. And they really are like, yeah, things come to life here. So let's go see the different places what might happen with that. And going to a toy store is a great pitch. The idea between a toy versus a collectible and kind of the value of what happens when a toy tears. They really lean into the importance of toys with this movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's really awesome. Jessie comes in and she is a ball of energy. I will say, I think I like her a lot in 2, probably because of how much I like her a lot in 3. Yeah. Like on 3 forward, it feels like they really found her place in this group.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you don't really get to see her be a huge part of the entire group in 2. But, you know, she gets there. She's very serviceable. Her story with Emily, brutal.
That song, like, if that doesn't make you tear up a little bit, that's crazy. It's still, like, my mom, if it comes on the radio, she'll skip it. Or, like, turn it off. Like, she can't listen to it. No, it's so good. And I feel like you put it perfectly where you're saying, well, I don't know, upon rewatch, but I know before rewatches you were saying I have an inkling that a lot of the memories I remember from the first one were actually in the second one. Now that doesn't mean we didn't like the first one, of course we did. But I also feel like that I get mixed up Barbie scenes. They finally introduced Barbie in number 2. Anyways, I said finally, but it's the second one. Anyways, and I mix up a lot of her scenes in that one and 3, so I'm glad I feel like I have, at least for a while, until my memory fails me again, a better distinction between the two. She has a lot of fun scenes for not a lot of screen time.
Yeah, for sure.
Great way to utilize.
You bring in the duplicate toy of Buzz, which is really fun. You see
Zurg, finally.
Zurg. Oh, the opening scene.
Yes, with the video game?
No, the openings of 1, 2, and 3 and how they kind of level up is so fun. Dude.
It's very,
and like seeing
cool.
in the first one you see him playing with them with the toys, how you would see the kid playing with the toys. And then 2, you have the opening of a video game. And then 3, you see like what he is imagining that playing looks like.
Yeah.
Love.
So good.
But,
just levels up in a very fun way.
No, for sure. And then I love that so much of the arc of the bigger group in Toy Story 2 is like duplicating what they did in the video game, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And then one of the most satisfying animated scenes ever of the Woody repair. Dude.
That still holds up. Like, wow, that is so satisfying.
Yeah, Jerry stopped playing his game, and he came here to get to work.
He's like, I have to lock in. When Al calls him, he's like, I'm busy playing chess. And he's like, no, you gotta do it. Fine. Flips the board and leaves. We're referring to a short called Jerry's Game. You should go watch it. It's cute. It's short. It's like 10 minutes, if that. So.
Less than that.
Yeah. So you should go watch it. It's cute. Then we get to 3, which is my favorite.
Oh my
I feel
gosh.
like as a kid, I grew up with them. But this was the first one I saw in theaters, I think. At least I don't remember. No, because I wasn't even born the first 2.
Yes,
cool. I'm glad we got that situated. So 3 was the first one I saw in theaters. So I feel like that just has a special place in my heart because of that. And I remember crying. Like, I'm like trauma bonded with this movie, I would say. It's so good. Lotso is, I think, a very good villain. He's very good because people, like, they'll put his plushie in the parks or whatever, and people will still buy him if he smells like strawberries.
Yes.
I'm like, you had one job. Sometimes he doesn't, and that's very disappointing. But usually, like, the main plushes, he smells like strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, they should make, when they steal this, you'll know where they got it from. They should make a car air freshener thing.
Of Lotso?
With Lotso, yeah. One, like, you can hang in your car. It's his shape, like.
One you can strap to the front of your truck?
That's really funny. No, he's a very good villain. And I feel like it's just a perfect way to end out that trilogy. Obviously, they do continue forward with that. But it's a very nice little trilogy, if nothing else.
Yeah, for sure. It closes out really well. You really, with how long it took us to get to this one, you really feel the impact of Andy growing up and leaving the group behind to go on to another kid. Lotso,
when he comes back and he's all grown up, that's kind of crazy a little bit, actually.
for sure.
Oh my gosh, he also just I don't know. I feel like he plays with them for a long time. Obviously not still when he grows up. They talk about not being played for a while. But especially compared to 5, which we'll get to. He had a long time with them.
And Lotso is a really great closing villain because he is where the characters are.
Yeah.
And I love when your antagonist is a foil of your protagonist.
Yeah.
And taking your kid moving on way too personal.
Yeah.
It's just so good. And then the Shawshank of it all, the whole daycare prison aesthetic, all of the different toys in Sunnyside are so fun. Ken and Barbie are hilarious. Shout out to my girl Stretch, the octopus.
Yeah.
And then Twitch, the bug superhero action figure. I think those two are so cool.
Yeah, a lot of fun side characters. Even Ken is a really good almost minor villain. Even then, I was kind of he has his arc. He gets better, okay? But I you know what else I love? I also love that they don't redeem Lotso. And that's kind of refreshing sometimes. Obviously, if that always happened to villains, it would get boring. But it's kind of like the old conversation. Should villains just be evil, or should they have layers to them? I think they're a good mix of both.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting. So this is a fun example, especially in a kids movie where they don't get a redemption. So.
Indeed. And then you watch these lovely characters that you've grown up with think they're about to die as a group and have to come to terms with that.
Woo.
And you know what?
That's crazy. You know what? You called me crazy when I was making a joke of a meme this is gonna be us when one of the characters dies. And you're no, and it's a Toy Story movie. And I said, no, I didn't say anything because I didn't think of this at the time. And now I'm thinking, what about Toy Story 3?
I was gonna be this will be what happens when someone accidentally breaks Forky, and that's gonna be me. I'll be like, no. Have to get removed, get manic, and have to be physically removed from the theater. Play it back right now.
No, Mr. Disney, no.
Walt, what have you done?
He comes out and, no, you can't do that.
No.
walked in there. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Anyways,
3's great. Moving to Bonnie, I thought was really fun.
yeah.
I think that even though she's not in the movie a ton, she's easily shown to be like, yeah, if I was a toy, I'd want to be at Bonnie's house.
Yeah. Okay.
Heck yeah, we redeemed Sunnyside, took out fascism there. Let's take notes there.
Mhm.
So good, so fun.
Period. They were ahead of the game there. And then 4 comes along. It kind of shocks everybody, I feel like. I mean, maybe not so much because it's Disney.
But that was really around the time when people were like, huh, Disney, are you doing okay? This was like one of like the first like kind of cries for help, I think.
They
where it's just like, huh, they really
we need a good paycheck.
They're feeling
They
a
had
little nervous
that?
over there when they're pulling out these toys.
Because I think it came out in 2019.
19.
Yeah, that was the same year as In-Game. Yes.
Yeah.
So they made their money. They were like, oh my god.
And I want to say, I think that was also the year of The Lion King. Correct me if I'm wrong.
The
but
live action.
Yes. So they be...
Yeah, you're right. Okay, they were cashing
So they
that
were
in.
rolling in it that
They said,
year.
don't you worry, we still got it. Whether or not the quality's there, it's debatable.
Yeah.
But we still got that money. So.
I
Anyway.
didn't see it mostly because I think there was just other movies I wanted to see at that time, and I wasn't super into movies like I am these days. So I just like kind of missed it. But like I said, I eventually got to it. And I think with it, there was a lot of negative connotation I went into it, both from my own being like, okay, well, they closed off a perfect like bow after 3, and then we're back into this.
Yeah.
I hope that there's a good reason for that. And then, you know, knowing a lot of, or maybe not a lot of, but plenty of people were like, there was no point for this movie.
Yeah.
I think that really impacted my initial watching experience.
Mine too, for sure.
But I will say, after 4, I was like, you know what? I think I have problems with the like plot of this movie and like some of the character work. But my God, if it is not always fun to be in this world, seeing what the heck is gonna come alive and what their lives must be like. Like this one, going to an antique shop, toys lost on the playground.
The animation was beautiful.
The animation is insane. I remember whenever the trailer dropped and people were comparing the cat like stretching in the sun to the dog from the first one, and people were like, dude.
Yeah, it's beautiful. For sure.
Bo Peep was returning, and
Yeah.
I remember being like, oh, go her. But what has she been up to? And then watched the movie, and you know what? My girl Bonnie loved that cowboy toy at the end of 3, and she couldn't even give that guy the time of day by the start of 4. And I'm like, girl, this was his favorite toy.
I know.
You
And you
grabbed
knew
that
that.
toy knowing it was his favorite toy. What are you doing?
She said, why would a man be there?
You're putting him in the same category as a chair with googly eyes? Come on. Whatever.
That's
Do you know
kinda
how
crazy.
expensive this toy is? How rare and hard to find he is?
Al's like
Al's
not
rolling
in his grave, but like, you know, wherever he is.
Oh, no,
he's
he-
rolling in his chicken suit right now.
He is not alive anymore. After that deal left?
No,
nope.
he got like killed somewhere. Anyway.
Dude. But yeah. So, but they make Forky, and then Woody the whole time is like, he's very try-hard, which is very in character for him.
Yes.
And then you really see him struggle with kind of this duty that he's been combined to. He knows that toys are meant to help children. And then he sees this chance to go off with Bo and be lost toys and help, you know, a lot of other kids compared to one kid, which is what he's used to.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, at the end, he makes the choice to go off on his own.
I think that's very in character for him.
I agree. And I think it's a very important lesson. The line that really stuck with me when rewatching it, you don't want to waste your whole life on a shelf before you start living it. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's very important to, like, recognize where your value is. And, you know, if you are in a situation that you thought was going to make you super happy, but it stops being that, then yeah, you should find something else that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big change in these situations, but it's, you know, really important for everyone to do that.
I agree. I think, you know, it's very important for people of all ages too. You know, I think at some point in life people think, you know, well, this is it. Like, this is what I'm going to do until I retire or whatever. And it doesn't have to be like that. Like, you can just pivot and do whatever you want. Now, obviously, sometimes you can't do that. There's, you know, life that gets in the way.
Sure.
But
like, when you have the opportunity to do it,
yes,
you shouldn't be scared to take it.
Yeah.
And I actually love that.
Yeah.
That main thread I've come to really enjoy from the fourth one.
And it's not shameful either. I feel like, you know, there's a societal pressure there. You know, everyone's like, oh, I've been at this company 20 years. Like, it doesn't matter. If it's not making you happy, that one line every now and then at a social event isn't going to fulfill that. So do what makes you happy. So.
For sure. And Bo comes back, and she is so fun. Her and her sheep.
So cute.
And her little band of lost toys. It's very Robin Hood-esque, which is very fun.
She's so, yeah.
We have Forky this movie. How you feeling?
You know,
talk through your relationship with Forky.
I had beef with him because I thought he was, like a main character. Sorry, my cat just bit the crap out of my arm. Anyways, he's playing. Anyways, I thought he was in the movie a lot more, and I remember him being really aggravating. But actually, this time around, he was not in the movie a crazy amount, and I don't know. He was kind of funny. He was just a little dumb guy. I'm trash. I will say, for someone who for the longest time was like, he's annoying, he's trash. It is really funny to see how many times he calls himself that. I'm like, period. He literally throws himself away. No, that bit is really funny. But yeah, I'm like, he's okay.
No, I think he's
just a silly
so
guy.
funny. But also, I think he's also really sweet. One thing I always really liked about the fourth one was Gabby, the doll in the store. I thought her arc of, like, you know, willing to do anything and recognizing how impactful toys are and feeling like she didn't get the chance at that, and, like, Woody recognizing that and Forky listening and reacting to that. I thought that those parts were so freaking sweet. And then Woody reacting to Gabby not being a fit for the girl that she wanted to go with. And then her seeing the girl who needed her. I'm like, stop.
Yeah, we love a good redemption arc. Actually, I feel like as far as, like, main villain, she's the only one who has, like, a proper one. Sid, he just kind of gets traumatized and goes away. Technically the main one is Stinky Pete.
Yeah,
and he
gets sent to
Jessie obviously gets, but, you know, she wasn't ever the main villain. So yeah, actually, I'm very happy for her that she gets a little redemption here. And we're gonna get to 5. So
yeah. But I will say problems with 4. I think the gang of toys have, like, the least to do.
Yeah.
And Jessie and Buzz have nothing to do. After having great roles in 3.
They are just kind of there, just like moral support.
And
almost.
Buzz is there here. He's definitely a supporting character. But then they really backpedal with his character. Because I would say by 3, he's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah?
Like, he's the second in command of these toys.
he's no longer like, I'm Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, and then he
know?
has the whole,
He gets a
what's my
brain.
inner voice? And he thinks it's his dialogue lines, which those are funny when at certain points throughout the film.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really track as something the leader of this group would do.
He becomes like a comedic relief, which is a shame because that gives him very little substance for someone, just like you said, had a great role in number 3.
Yeah. And then I think some of the characters kind of have trouble and make up kind of willy-nilly throughout this one, just according to whatever the movie needs to happen.
Yeah.
Feels kind of lazy. I would say by Pixar standards, it's pretty lazy.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it is still a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I gave it, I think, 3 stars upon a rewatch. 3 stars instead of 2 stars.
Yeah, same
So,
here.
Good improvement.
Absolutely. And now,
Number 5.
Toy Story 5. What were your expectations for this movie?
You know, I was really excited about the concept. I think everybody was like, oh my god, they're making another one. Like, 4 was whatever. And I hope upon a rewatch, people appreciated 4 a little bit more. I have, some of my friends had on Letterboxd had similar reactions. They were like, you know what? I like this better. But anyways, with 5, I think just the initial reaction was like, oh my god, another one. It's because the last one made so much money. Stop going if you don't want it to happen. Anyways. But as soon as they came out with the concept of the iPad, we kind of knew that they were going to take a dig at like the iPad kid thing. That was pretty genius. That was a pretty good way to be like, okay, let's see what you have then. Very, very, very good hook. So, I don't know. I was open-minded. I feel like with the trailers, they had some good jokes. They had a great concept. After 4, I was still, like, okay, I don't think this is going to be the original trilogy, but I hope it is at least good.
Yeah.
And my expectations were surpassed, for sure.
I would say it's absolutely the same.
Yeah.
I think the trailer surprised me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's see what they got. I saw it. I was like, solid.
Yeah.
But I think they held a lot in this movie really close to their chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say especially the best parts.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Jumping the gun a little bit here, but I remember right after the movie ended, we were like, yeah, there's like a specific part of this movie that when it happened, it kind of stopped being the trailer and really leveled up. And that's where you started seeing a lot of the stuff that we weren't privy to before.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I didn't check my watch or anything, but if I had to guess, maybe the first half of the movie, maybe less than that. I was like, okay, this is like 4. This is fine.
So it was like
I'm gonna give it 3
35
stars.
minutes, and if I
Yeah.
had to guesstimate.
And then they make a joke similar to Hey Siri. And I
Yes.
was like, oh, so we're back. So we're back. And it kind of just never lets up. Like, it's just so, I would say it's great after that point. Like, I was having a grand old time. And shout out to my theater. I feel like they weren't obnoxious. Sometimes they are in kids' movies. I've got my hair pulled behind me. I don't like my hair. And this one I was like, they were pretty quiet. I'm almost like,
Everyone was
I don't know.
really encapsulated by this.
I'm like, okay, guys, vibe. And then the kid behind us dropped something. I had no idea
It was
what
a
it
Woody's
was.
hat topper to the popcorn bucket.
That is so
And it made such a
cute.
loud noise when it fell
was
and then
so
scraped on
loud.
the floor into our row.
It was really loud. But I was like, oh, that's so sweet that he has like a Woody's hat now.
And he lost it just like Woody does every other scene.
Every other scene. When are you gonna get a hook to like hook it on a belt or
Indeed.
something? You know, that's what I would do. Anyways.
So we've jumped the gun a little bit. We have our expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, I would say maybe jumping a little. This is a 4 out of 5 movie for me. 4 stars.
Me too.
Yeah, this is really fun. I think it leads in a little slow. I think
Yeah.
that there could have been a little something to spice up the opening act.
Yeah.
But
The opening act was funny, but I can't remember what 4 was.
4 was whenever Bo left. The night Bo left, they saved RC in the rain, and then it was Woody saying goodbye to Bo.
Okay, so it was like a sad opening.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one I feel like was funny. It definitely was not on the level of like the first 3, especially 2 and 3.
I will say the opening here was very jarring for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was very interesting finding the the container full of Buzz Lightyear tech toys, them like linking up with each other and then kind of being Castaway coded. I was very confused what they were going for here.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this, like most elements of this movie,
Mm-hmm.
they're introduced and I'm skeptical to like, okay, what are we going to do here? And then around that like 30 to 40 minute marker is when I'm like, I'm sold. I'm now having a lot of fun with this element.
Yes. You know, I actually genuinely was wondering at first, because sometimes, or at least they used to do like little shorts before a movie. I was actually thinking,
yeah,
is
Walt
this
Disney
a
and
short?
Pixar both have done shorts in front of their major releases, and they did not have one here, which I think is kind of a bummer, actually.
Yeah, I agree. No, but I was actually contemplating for a hot sec. Is this a short? I liked it, but you know, I think that's an interesting way to open your movie. But it's okay. It's short, so people are gonna. It's not like they're gonna leave after that, so it's gonna be okay. They'll realize they're gonna lock in, so it's okay.
Yeah. So, going through best parts of this movie kicks off.
Okay, I just watched this, but I haven't had time to process it like I usually do. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Find out.
Let's find out. You know what? Let's just start with the moment that it gets really, really good. Buzz and Woody are fighting with Lilypad because they're trying to find out where Jessie went. So they unplug her charger, so she's like near death. And they interrogate her, and they're fighting. And somebody calls her by her first name. They say Lily, and she freezes. Her eyes get big, and she says, "Yes, how can I help you?" And we realize it's a "Hey Siri" joke. And like the entire theater was bursting out laughing. Like that was hilarious. That was the moment where we were like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
we're locking in. Locking in. Yeah, and it's great from there. So if you're not maybe vibing with it, wait till then. And hopefully you vibe with it then. It's very funny.
No, and it was so fun seeing her, like the eye work there was really
She's
fun.
like,
Seeing her try to fight it, but
Yeah.
she can't.
No.
Dude, that was so cool.
Yeah, I agree. And it, it makes sense because she had the thing earlier where she's like, I'm always listening, like Siri. Like right now, they're all recording
Yeah.
us. Anyways, it's just a thing you have to ignore. Yeah, I thought that joke was great. Let's see, maybe
I'll jump to the hard-hitting scene. Oh my gosh. Whenever Jessie runs away after Bonnie says that she doesn't want her and Bullseye back, she runs to the tree where Emily used to play with her every afternoon. And then she sees Jessie was here on the tree as she's talking about how she feels like she's unimportant to these kids. These kids forget her, and she can't deal with that anymore. And then she finds the lunchbox, which is a
like
time
a capsule.
between Emily, who has grown into an adult, and has a daughter named Jessie.
Oh, that got all three of us. We were like,
oh my gosh.
oh my god. We just looked at each other. We were like, wow, the waterworks are here. No, that was so sweet. I can't even, like, that is classic Toy Story right there. That is classic Pixar. Like, that is them just tugging on your heartstrings. That is so, like...
And the lead into where the emotion was going to come from in this movie, I was very curious because... This is like Jessie's movie.
Yeah.
Which
finally.
Which I think is very
great.
exciting.
Yeah.
I think especially after taking such a backseat in 4.
Yeah.
I think this is very exciting. I think some people could take issue with Woody and Buzz having less to do here. But I think Jesse fills this role really well and provides a lot of really compelling emotion into what it is like to be a toy. And I think it really translates into a bunch of different things for the real world. I think a clear one is parenting and wanting to do that right, but you grow up to let your kids become adults and then move on, and then just like Jesse says, you don't get control when they stop needing or wanting you, so you just have to hope that you were impactful enough to like set them on the right track.
Yeah.
But I also think that that's a huge theme between like even the toys, like they have a huge impact on each other. And then that goes on, and I think it's a really touching sentiment that you can have such a great impact on people that you might never see.
Yeah.
And I love talking about how people impact people.
It's like all those videos of the teachers that talk about, you know, you're kind of just blindly impacting people. And obviously it's nice if they come back and say that you mean so much to them. But I think of like all the celebrities that see their old teachers again, or invite them. Like I think Adele did that once. Someone recently in film, like a director or something, that was talking about like a math teacher, just like anything. I love those videos of just kind of, you just kind of have to do your role and hope that it is impactful and helping them. Because you don't always see the follow-up to that. Sometimes you do, and that's great, and then sometimes you don't. And you just have to trust that it was good.
Yeah.
I think that's very sweet.
I super loved that. I think that's a huge part of this. But I also really love how Jesse's whole arc was really reflected in Bonnie's parents.
Yeah.
Because she was going through that around the time, like right after that scene, you see Bonnie's mom looking at the messages between Bonnie and the kids on her group chat.
Yeah.
And first off, what horrible kids.
Fuck them kids.
Like, whatever, your
No,
kids,
seriously.
you can grow, you can change, but I think that was, like, the most, like...
Dude, as a parent, I would have called their parents and said, you need to check in on your children. That's not okay. They're gonna grow up to be bullies. Like, I would not play with that. I'd piss some people off. I'd be like, that is not okay. Do not let that behavior grow, because that will turn into something really nasty for them.
sure. I think that touches on basically... This movie really dives into two of the biggest reasons that being an iPad kid is terrifying, or like the idea that we have kids that are being raised on these things.
They're just zombies. They're like the amount of times, like when she came home from the sleepover and she was exhausted, and you could just tell like that was probably partially because of technology, and then the other part was because she was left out, but that was also because of technology. It's just, I really feel like they took a really good stance, healthy stance. You know, it's not like they lectured anybody. They just said maybe like, I feel like they took a stance, just have more involvement in what they're doing. You know, the parents said, you know, starting tomorrow, you'll have a strict screen time, but I feel like she never did. But I feel like they learned their lesson with that.
I think it doesn't lecture, but it really just shows what can happen, which is, I think, the perfect balance you go for.
Yeah. Because it can be invisible. Like, what if Bonnie didn't show her? She'd have no idea. So I think it's just more, you know, checking on your kids more often. Don't let the technology parent those kids.
And I think a huge part of it is these devices, and I think some people who don't want to look deeper at this, on an app called Yik Yak, which is basically this app where anyone within a certain mile radius of you can see what you post. It's like a localized Facebook kind of thing.
Yeah.
So someone said, who wants to bet that the iPad becomes friends with everyone by the end of the movie? And I was like, okay, I see what you're going for there. But in the movie, it's genuinely trying to be of service to its kid.
Yeah, because there's no world in which the solution is going to be don't give technology to your kids. It's just not that kind of world now.
Yeah.
It's monitor it and be safe with it. It's going to be in their lives whether you want it to be or not. I mean, if nothing else, most kids nowadays are being given technology in their schools, iPads or Chromebooks. Now, obviously, those are typically pretty heavily monitored, especially under school Wi-Fi, but there's still technology. It's going to be in their lives. They're probably going to have a phone of some kind, and so just make sure it's being used in a safe way. I think of that also made me think of the movie Cyberbullying, I think. The one that people typically like make fun of, the scene where she's like trying to take her own life, but it's I can't get the cap off. Anyways, everyone clowns that scene, and I'm like, guys, she's literally about to take her own life. Can we not laugh at this? Anyways, it reminds me of it because so much of that movie, I was just so like, why do the parents not know anything about this? Now, obviously, you gotta be careful snooping through your kid's stuff, but I think just having a healthy relationship with it, let them be kids and explore, but if there is a line, like it's okay if they're teasing, but like if it goes too far, have that conversation with them. I think that's important
for sure. Here in this movie, I think it focuses a lot more on developing connections and the role that devices and internet technology can play in that. And I think truly the internet and technology is a really great way to start connections. But as the movie highlights, it's not the place to grow and maintain relationships.
Yeah, like just because you can make a friend online doesn't mean they're going to be a friend in real life. Or even online as well. Like just because it says the word friend doesn't mean they're going to act like a friend. And I actually really like that they shouted that out because it's so easy to just get, I think of the thing where people say, you know, you seek so much validation on social media often through likes on a post, but like imagine 10 people in real life complimenting you on something. Like that would be crazy out of the ordinary. And so I think it's almost like invisible online. So it's just a different space.
But this movie even boils down that sentiment really well. It doesn't have like social media per se, but you still see so much of like how you are presented via the internet and digital connection. I think they do it really well.
I also love that they pick a child that's like Bonnie and not quite technology obsessed. Because I feel like that's actually a really good pick because she has an outlet through her animals. They don't,
Toys?
say that. No, animals like her pig and her
Blaze.
horse. Yeah, Blaze. I actually really like that. It's almost like a way to make your kid branch out a little bit and not be so in technology. It's just a pet or any kind of like hobby I think would be healthy. So it's not just you come home and do technology. She was reading a book one night. They showed she fell asleep. She had her book in her book light. I thought that was so cute. I love that they show, however, minimal. They show that she has other outlets than just her computer. It's kind of like how it used to be when I feel like we grew up. Because you might have like a family computer in a room, but it wasn't, what we see in the movie where you look at all the windows and they all have like bright screens. It wasn't quite like that, at least not for me. There's a line, there are healthy boundaries that we gotta form. So, no, it was crazy when Bonnie woke up and just like, grabs it almost like unconsciously, and I'm like, that's calling out me. I need some help. No, I've seen people like they set alarms on their phones to wake up every morning, but some people put it like feet away where it's not within arm's reach. And I actually really want to do that at some point in life. If I ever find that discipline within me. Because not only would it get you out of bed, but technology wouldn't necessarily be the first thing that you do when you wake up. At least you get out of bed before you do it. And I'm like, that might be nice. Maybe I should do that. I'd like hate myself the first week, but you know, it's an addiction. Yeah. Like it's unhealthy that I'm talking like this. So I know that, guys. Yeah.
I'll also shout out, if I may.
Yeah.
I love the playtime scenes. The animation, the like crown drawing of the sets and the characters. Dude, that was so fun. And I really loved seeing both Bonnie's playtime, Blaze's playtime, and then when it combines at the very end, I'm like, oh, I love it. I love it.
No, she was funny. Blaze at the end when they finally like connect. And she does her wig or the beard thing with the hair. I'm like, that had some chuckles in the theater, especially from the kids. I thought that was really sweet. I heard like kids specifically giggling at that, and I thought that was very sweet. It's like, guys, don't be afraid to be weird.
That's how you find the other weirdos out there.
Exactly, but like in a healthy way.
Yeah.
They're like normal weirdos. Anyways, not the. Anyways. I also want to shout out Buzz being such a yearner. I love him. It's so funny. I've always loved Buzz and Jesse's relationship. So I'm glad that we're like, I don't know, speeding that up. Clearly, they're married now. That's so cute.
And then their wedding is in the imagination of these kids. Your honor.
That was
Porky's,
so
take
funny.
care of my son.
Bullseye crying. The Roomba being the ring bearer and pushing all the
Lily asking for his number.
Hey, when are you gonna give me that number? Can you hook us up? Thanks. That was hilarious. Also, I want to shout out that they had an electronic device that's meant for potty training, and I feel like they never go too far with their potty jokes. Sure. I'm like, they could very easily. Even the one where they almost say ass was still really funny.
He's gonna wipe your.
No, that was hilarious. The only one where I was like, okay, was when he's like, they all say that. I'm like, okay, let's not do that. Not the rubbing of the button.
No, I really liked whenever all of the buzzes showed up, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'd say there's about 50 of them, but I can only count to 2.
That was good.
Speaking of the buzzes, oh my gosh. As soon as they get to the mainland, they are so fun.
No, actually though, like the second they finally get to the edge of the island and they realize it's an island, they're like, huh. In unison, that was hilarious.
Seeing every one of them go through the same process at different speeds, like throughout the entire movie, it was funny like every time. Yes. By the way, he's our father. No.
That was actually probably like top 5 jokes. Was he's actually our father. That was like wow. You still have people that know what they're doing in the writers' room. Thank you. Wow, that was good. Like, oh my gosh. Dude,
and then when they were sneaking through the house, and then all of them were hanging in chains off the side of the stairs, and then they all are riding the different horses. Mm-hmm. And some of them were really funny. Like, one of them was like a spring. One of them was just on wheels, and you just see the Buzz like stepping in speed with everybody. Dude.
No, I love when they get an upgrade. However, like, okay, it had payoff where they just
them being drones went so hard.
Guys, let's play a guessing game. How much would that device be worth in the Disney parks nowadays?
Oh, in the Disney? Okay.
Like,
I thought you were going to...
Specifically, no, Disney parks. That has a different price range.
Okay, here's the thing.
They're going to sue us for that comment.
Here's the thing that makes it the most expensive. It's a hotspot. It generates Wi-Fi.
It is like
That's
it is
crazy.
a device. It is not just like a fancy techno toy. Like,
Dude,
it's
your
a
kids are
device.
playing with an internet router. That's crazy.
I love that she had to use the old Buzz for the QR code too. I thought that was funny. Or at
No,
least
it wasn't.
maybe-
It was. It
wasn't?
was one of the because she was standing next to him because he had this the stamp
okay.
on him, so you could always find out which one was him.
Okay.
And him and Woody having their playful back and forth, I thought
That was fun.
was very fun.
I love the
I
line,
think
"It's
that
nice
kept
to
them very interesting.
Yeah, the line "It's nice to see them fighting again" was. It is.
It really is.
No, they're just so. I feel like yes, they took a back seat, but I feel like they had a better back seat than Buzz and Jesse had in
Yes.
number 4.
Absolutely, I agree.
This is like fun. This was not. They deserved better. Like I liked it. I liked the amount.
Yeah.
The balding joke, the beer belly, like it's just. That was good. It was never overused. I will say when I first saw the picture of his beer belly, I was like, is he gonna have that the whole movie? Nope. I'm like, dang, that would be nice. The balding. I also liked upon the rewatch that he does have a bald spot in I believe number 2 because he gets it all like fixed up by the guy.
Yes, he does.
And I'm like, wait, that's awesome. So it is a balding joke, yes, but this is also just from wear and tear.
And I love that he blinds people every time he takes his hat off.
Yeah. I love all the old jokes with him and Jesse, although they never call Buzz old, which is kind of funny. Or at least I don't think
Well, he's
so.
not as old as Woody and Jesse is.
It's true. Very true. Ugh. Oh, we haven't mentioned the Jessica name drop.
Dude. As soon as
That
Lily
was
called her
hilarious.
Jessica,
She ate with that.
I gasped.
That was great. And then I forgot Buzz's full name, but they had like a long name for him in the wedding scene,
Yes.
and I thought it was really funny.
Buzzworth, middle name, Von Lightyear, or something like that.
No, it was good. I like when she dipped him and he like bit his lip. That was great. I'm like, Buzz, you're so down bad for her.
And you know what? I'm curious how you feel about Buzz in this movie compared to Kristoff in Frozen 2. Because I think...
Maybe you also need to give Frozen 2 a rewatch.
I like
okay?
Frozen 2.
Okay,
And I like...
okay,
I'm
okay.
not a Frozen 2 hater at all.
Okay.
I still prefer the first one. But I
Sure.
think they're
Yeah.
fairly close in my mind. But I think it's a bummer they had one plot point for Kristoff in that movie, which was try and propose to Anna. Gave him a kick-ass song. And unfortunately, I think that plot point had nothing to do with this movie. Unlike, I think Buzz's interest in
Yeah.
Jessie fits so well into this plot.
I don't really remember the entire context of it all in Frozen 2, but I'm sure I feel like I could say it got an upgrade in this movie. At least I could say I really liked it in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while since I've seen Frozen 2.
Don't worry. Eventually we'll have to catch up.
We will eventually. Yay. I'm still looking forward to that. Anyways, we'll get to that conversation in Frozen. Anyways. I don't know. I mean, there's more for sure.
We might... Ooh, I want to shout out the potty toy. I do think was a lot funnier than I was anticipating it
Yeah.
being. He also stayed a lot longer than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Also, there was some trailer that played before the movie, and I saw the flip phone hippopotamus,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I need to know what's up with that. And then I
Hungry
was like,
hippo?
I love him.
Yeah.
But I also really loved the sticky hand that was just like
Yeah.
attached to him. He was clearly his own thing, but he was just
too
always
clean,
there.
though. I will say that's my nitpick. He was too clean. Those things get nasty very quickly because they pick up
That's fair.
as they're sticky. It's okay. That's not really a nitpick. It was just a thing I just thought of.
Oh, I also want to say I love how present Bullseye is in this movie.
Yeah, he's
I
such
think
a
Bullseye
sweetie.
has really taken a backseat considering he's here as long as Jesse is in these movies.
Yeah.
I love that he's here for everything. My guy.
And you know what? I was a little scared in the scene where she finds out about the daughter being named after her that he was going to talk. I was having like flashbacks to the live action Snow White, which I actually kind of liked. However, Dopey talking, I was like, like, I was actually kind of scared they were gonna do that with him, and have some like crazy voice for him.
They did give him a voice in like the imagination scene, but that was one and done.
Yeah, it's okay.
That would be crazy
Ooh.
if he was able to talk after all this time.
It's like Seth Rogen or something.
No,
like-
I fear that's like a really funny person to pick.
No, actually, I was like thinking, it's gonna be someone crazy, right?
Or it's like, oh,
It's
what would
Ice
be?
Cube.
We got it,
Wait,
folks. We got it.
both. Back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
No,
Okay.
that would be, anyways. That would be a funny bit. Let's not actually do that. Okay, let's not actually. No.
I think we talked a lot of pros, and I think
Yeah.
we've dabbled in most of the cons as well that I have.
Yeah.
Which is just I was nervous about everything that was introduced.
Yeah.
But eventually it really found its footing.
Yeah.
I do think literally most of our supporting characters are in a box most of the movie.
Yeah.
But I think the imagination scenes with them are super fun.
Yeah.
Makes up for it.
Mhm.
I think it's a bummer that Bo Peep is in and out of this.
He has like nothing to do with this movie. She has like couple like one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, Woody, will you hold this? I can drive. That was funny. I like that she was in the post or the credits drawing in his balding spot. They're so married. I like that she caught the bouquet. I thought that was a cute little thing. Yeah, I don't know. She didn't really have anything else to do, but
Yeah.
it's okay. Oh well, what you gonna do? They brought back Woody, and it made sense, and I commend them for that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that actually covers it. I think we can.
I would say.
Shout out to the director, Andrew Stanton. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Seems pretty straightforward, but I don't know. He directed Wall-E, Finding Nemo, and Finding Dory. Finding Dory is not the shout out on this list. Anyways, the other two are though. I personally love Wall-E, and a lot of people really love Finding Nemo. So I was excited for him. I will say, the Finding Dory of it all still gave me pause, but it worked out. So good job.
This, you know what? I watched Toy Story 4 and Finding Dory at like the same time. Like, I was catching up on some of the big Disney movies that I had missed.
Yeah.
Someday I'll watch it again, and I'll keep a bit of an open mind.
No, I fear I probably won't unless they ever make another Nemo movie.
And you know what?
Maybe they will.
That is like maybe a 50-50 at this point.
No, honestly, like, are they gonna make the live action? Let's not even get into that conversation. We'll
I
get
don't
into
want to
that
go into
conversation.
that conversation at all.
No, we already have to do it for Moana, so let's just save it for that.
But yeah, I would say overall his work is very good. He's only done 8 films, including, I think some of these are shorts.
Mhm.
So go ahead.
Also, anything else before we do awards? Awards talk? Oscar
Yeah,
talk?
let's go awards.
I mean, I think last year both Elio and Zootopia 2 got nominated. So I think, this will likely get nominated. I
will say, I think deservingly so.
think so. Now, there's some coming up. There's Wildwood. There's the one at Forgotten Island. Is that what it's called?
Forgotten Island.
And Hexed. Those are, I think, 3 big ones that.
And Hoppers is also already out and will be in the running.
True. So, but it's Toy Story, so I think it's hard for it to not get a nom. Now, it might get a nom over Hoppers and Hexed, potentially. Maybe. If the competition is tough
And
enough.
Gato, actually, is also going to be this year.
No, that's next year. 2027.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was
It's like
surprised to say.
March of next year.
Okay, my bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, yes, my bad.
But very excited for that as well. Yeah. People are already hating on Hexed, and it makes me a little sad. I kind of get it. Like, you have some valid criticisms. You're like, okay, all these women in the past 10 years have the same face. And I'm like, yeah. it's really the hair and the outfits that are the only. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
that's valid, and some people are comparing it to something that I haven't seen, so I can't comment on that.
What was it?
I don't know. Like
Interesting.
Owl House.
Oh, people love
something
Owl
like that.
House.
A lot
Very
of people
gay.
a lot of people were saying this is like the plot, so I feel like I need to see that.
Ooh, I've heard it's really great.
Yeah.
Something I've heard was that this was originally supposed to be a boy witch. And Disney ended up switching it out for a female character very last minute because they thought that the original was very queer coded.
It's Elio
And
all over again.
It is very Elio all over again, and I fear it's accentuated by the fact that the character's name is Billy.
Oh.
And that is some of these supporting cast members definitely did their voice lines when this was a male character. And frankly, I think gross. Not that I don't think that this could have just easily been a female witch all along, but I think give me a better reason to switch it over.
Yes, yeah, for sure. No, it would be a very fun world if Hoppers and Toy Story 5 got the 2 noms. If they get 2 noms. Anyways. Go see Hoppers. It's on Disney Plus now.
Hoppers is fun.
But yeah, I think, this has a good chance at getting a nom in animated feature. I think it's actually hard if it doesn't, because I think even Toy Story 4 won that year.
Yes, and you know what? I enjoyed that movie a lot better on a rewatch, and I would give it a nom. The fact that it still won, and I know that there was one movie it beat. I can't remember which one, but I was so pissed that I found out that it lost to Toy Story 4.
I'm sure. Now my other question is: do you think I Knew It, I Knew You by Taylor Swift, the original song, might get a nom? What do you think?
I think might is aggressively the key word. I think in the song category, they are
over Klaus and How to Train Your Dragon 3, but Klaus. Anyways, sorry, I looked it up.
No, you're good. I think I would not be surprised, and I would say
I wouldn't be surprised because it's Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's ever gone one before.
Not that I think it would be a first. Yes. But lately, I think some of these awards bodies have kind of been clowning with this best song category. Mm-hmm. And then be like, yeah, I heard someone did a song, someone that I know did a song for a movie that no one saw. Not that that equates to quality, but like,
there's so many, like, we see a lot of movies and it's like, what is this song from? What is this? And let's not even, thank you for K-pop Demon Hunters existing. So you got last year's, thank you. But there was like a few other things in there where I was like, this over like highest to lowest.
Yeah, I think crazy. That film awards bodies are really bad at recognizing songs that really stand out.
If you're gonna pick a relatively like unknown movie,
then that song gotta stand out, one way or another. And I think, like, maybe half of, like, I think typically half of the songs in original song awards are like, I would agree that they belong there, and the other half I'm like, I could probably list at least 3 that I know of off the top of my head that I would put in here over this. Yeah. These.
Let's not even talk about the year before that. Even worse.
Nope.
So gross. Let's do better this year. So you know what? If this gets it, I think it's a good song.
I agree.
I would be very happy for her. I'm a big fan of Taylor Swift. So her. Okay.
But I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's also it. Yes.
Ranking the Toy Story movies.
I have a very clear rating, and it goes like this: 4 from bottom to top. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
Interesting, but valid.
Yeah.
I would say mine is just a little different. Mm-hmm. At the bottom, I have 4. Then I have 1. Then 5. Then 2. Then 3. I flip 1 and 5 just a little bit. But I don't know. 5 landed with me, and I think that they're pretty on the same level for me. I think 1 is very iconic, and I think that has a lot going for it.
That's okay.
But
It is the
what a
nostalgia.
franchise.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely one of the best original trilogies of all time, if nothing else. But I think very, very, very strong, just franchise in general.
For sure.
Yeah.
Next up, do we want to give our top 5 Pixar movies?
Sure. I'm down. Now mine, if we're doing top 5, it has not updated. But since our last one, which was probably Hoppers when we talked about this, but I'll go ahead and kind of quickly go through it from 5 to 1. That is Soul, Toy Story 3, Ratatouille, Coco, and The Incredibles. There are so many good ones on here, so it's very hard to pick. Toy Story 5 lands. Where did it land? Ooh, I don't know if it updated on here. It lands pretty high for me though. Yeah, like top half, just under Inside Out 2. Which I feel like I'd have to rewatch that one, but I did put it below Inside Out.
For me, my top 5, I have Toy Story 3, Up, WALL-E, Monsters Inc., and then The Incredibles is my favorite.
All of those are in my top 10 at least.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, I'm curious. What's like your bottom?
My lowest rated?
Yeah.
Oh, The Good Dinosaur.
Same.
That and Finding Dory and Cars 2 are my bottom
Those
3.
are my bottom 3 as well. You know, I watched The Good Dinosaur in theaters.
I did not.
I was so bored. Dude. And I was pretty young too. When was this? Okay.
I can't
I was
remember.
like 14.
Yeah.
Dude. Do you know how are you boring a 14-year-old in a movie theater? What were we doing?
With dinosaurs. Like, dinosaurs are so cool.
That was crazy.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
I'll give that a rewatch at some point because I have to know if it's as bad as I remember it, but that was really rough for me.
No, I watched it fairly recently. Like, before Hoppers, I think that was the only one I hadn't seen. So I think I watched it. No, it was boring.
My gosh.
Sorry if you like that film. I remember, like, that same week I mentioned it, and my family was like, I love that movie. And I'm like, that's so great.
That's so good for
That's
you.
so awesome. No.
But Toy Story 5 lands on 17 for me.
Mine is number 16.
Yeah, but my gosh, if I don't absolutely love everything above it. Oh,
Yeah.
so good. Next up, upcoming Pixar projects that I have seen confirmed in some capacity. Obviously, we got a pretty good trailer for Gato. Very exciting.
Very fun.
The style's very fun, and the trailer I'm actually pretty locked in for.
So, I have to buy a ticket and bring Mr. Burley here. You don't think he would enjoy it?
You tell me how that goes for you. I'll go to a different showing. And bring my own car.
That's crazy.
But I think it's very exciting. I think I love seeing Pixar play a little bit with its animation.
Yes, it looks like Disney. Please, you literally are like sisters. So like, please.
Also on the list of upcoming, we have Coco 2. And you know what? I love me
I'm
a Dia
excited.
de los Muertos movie. That in Book of Life, I'm like, oh,
Yes.
I love that. The aesthetic and the culture. Oh,
It's great. No, I'm excited for 2. And if it wasn't Pixar, if it was like Disney, I might be more scared. But Pixar typically does a pretty good job. And this has been in the making for a while. I will say it'll be sad that obviously the boy's not going to come back to voice him because he was so good. But you know what? That just is a fun opportunity for someone else. So, yeah, it's been in the while. And what I mean by that is theoretically they've had time to think about a good story right? Anyways, we'll come back to that when that
We
comes
certainly
out.
will. Incredibles 3. How did you feel about Incredibles 2 overall?
I mean, I liked it. I love Elastigirl, so I loved her little thing. Was it perfect? No. Was it the original? Definitely not. But it was cute.
It's fun.
Again, by incredible standards, no, it wasn't incredible. But but in Pixar standards, I'm like, that was cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of really cool. I think we talk about this every now and then, but it has really awesome elements.
Yeah.
And I think that when they are combined into one story, I'm like, oh, okay.
I like the Jack bit that they do again.
I love all of the superpowers.
Yeah.
Like,
I love yes, the different superpowers. The glasses are terrifying. Frozone saving the kids was amazing. Like, there's some good stuff about that movie. I think it just is, it's kind of like Frozen 2. I feel like it's like, yeah, it's not the first one.
I feel like it doesn't.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I feel like it doesn't come together as well as some of these other ones. And then lastly, original Ono Ghost Market. Have you heard of this one at all?
I have not.
So it's kind of giving Spirited Away. It's this kid who falls into this like portal and ends up in this supermarket for like I think Chinese spirits and like ghosts and like supernatural creatures. So I don't know exactly what that would look like, but I feel like Spirited Away is kind of where you're looking at for inspiration.
Cool.
Somewhere between that and like Monsters Inc. Considering that's where Pixar is and that's kind of where that concept is kind of stemming from.
Yeah.
And I think combining those two things is very fun.
Very cool. I hope they do a fun animation style, and Hoppers was really good, so I'm excited to see another original. We love that. Some good sequels are fun, but we get an original every now and then, and that's fun too. These sequels, Toy Story's directly funding Gato and that one. I forgot, what is it called? Ono Ghost Market?
Ghost Market.
Period. Thank you, Toy Story. And you know what? This one was good. Sometimes they're bad, but at least they fund something. This one's both.
For sure. Now, oh my gosh, the cat's going crazy.
Wow, he must see like a bird or something.
So this is the part where we would typically do reception and box office prediction.
And draft updates, all the things.
Yes. However,
It is Thursday night.
this
at
movie has
10
been
p.m.
out for maybe a total of 6 hours. Maybe.
Like, actually?
So there's not a lot for us to really look at and calculate and guess yet.
Nope.
So we're going to circle back to this draft update you will catch in the next movie episode that we do, which will probably be Supergirl.
Yeah, I think our plan is we're definitely going to do another draft update and Supergirl, of course, because Supergirl is on your list, and so is this one, and Leviticus. We'll get a lot of catch-ups then. We'll try to, if we can remember, also do that in our recap episode.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then same with maybe a proper box office prediction sometime in the recap. The only thing we have right now, literally the only thing we have right now, is a 94% critic score, which is the worst of the bunch. But if that's the worst of the bunch, that's pretty damn good.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised it's the lowest.
I feel like just go back and rate Toy Story 4 lower if that's how you feel. I feel like let's not blame this one, okay? But yeah, we don't have an audience score, definitely not a cinema score. We don't have any numbers, so.
But you know what?
I mean, it's gonna open big.
I think it's gonna. Ooh.
It's gonna hit $1 billion.
Billion for sure.
For sure. It's really
If
just a matter
4
of.
could hit $1 billion.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of how much over $1 billion is this gonna make, and that will be answered later. So this is a very big success. We don't have the exact score for the draft, but it's good. We could say that right off the bat.
I would assume it's
good.
I'm
mean,
assuming
I
I'm
guess-
catching up for some of my other choices.
Yes, I'm sure the audience score will be good, and therefore cinema score. It's gonna do good. So it's gonna do well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think
Fun,
that is
fun.
everything we have to talk about with Toy Story 5.
Yay. Needless to say, we really liked it. Go see it. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, great time.
Yeah.
Let us know some of your favorite Pixar movies. What are your thoughts on Toy Story 5? We'd love to see it in the comments below. So until next time, I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm your host, Alicia.
And thank you so much for watching Not So Straight Nerds.
Bye.